Welcome to another episode of This Assembly. I'm the servant Yahuwah Soya, and the last time I left off in Bere'Shiyth chapter 28. I want to go back there just for a moment and recap a couple of interesting points that I saw in that chapter. In the last few verses, Yaakov is saying to Yahuwah that if Yahuwah do certain things, then he'll acknowledge it. You know, the first thing he said was that if Yahuwah brought him back to his father's house, then he would be his Elohim. He would be his El. The last thing he said was that, and of all that you shall give me, I will surely give the 10th unto you. So he wasn't just going to give him a 10th, just by happenstance. It had to be that he received from Yahuwah, and of what he received, then he would give him a 10th. Now, how is he going to account for what he received that he would be obligated to give a 10th? That's an interesting point. Don't ask me. I'm just joking. But seriously, he's going to have to know that what he received came from Yahuwah. Therefore, like his forefathers, likely he will not accept anything without having earned it. All right? Abraham did not accept land. He paid for it. He's not going to accept anything unless anyone say that they did for him. All right. Now that I set that up, we're going to go into chapter 29 and continue this. Verse 1. Then Yaakov went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. After he gave honor to Elohim, he departed from the house of Elohim, as he called it. No, verse 2. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth. Verse 3. And thither there were all the flocks gathered, and they rolled at the stone from the well's mouth, and watered at the sheep, and put at the stone again upon the well's mouth in his place. The sheep were gathered at the source of water. And since they were there to be watered, I guess you could say the sheep herders, the ones who tended the flock, there were several of them around, so that when it was time to water the sheep, together they would move this stone that guarded the way, that blocked the way to the water. Verse 4. And Yaakov said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. My brethren, these has to be other brown-skinned Hebrew men, or at least brown-skinned at the least, that seem to be our thing. No other people group say that, especially as consistently as, quote-unquote Negroes. From my own upbringing, I recall, just as a youth, just calling other people that look like me, call them brothers and sisters. Now, that might happen probably in my teens, if I remember correctly, but it was something that we did throughout our cities. We always referred to others like us as brothers. We didn't call Caucasians that. We didn't call Chinese that. We called other people that look like us. We called them brothers and called them sisters. Verse 5 through 9. And he said unto them, Know ye Lavan, the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said unto them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, Rachel his daughter comes with the sheep. And he said, Lo, It is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. And they said, We cannot, until all the flocks be gathered together, until they roll at the stone from the well's mouth, then we water the sheep. And while he yet spoke with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. All right, verses 10 and 11. And it came to pass, when Yaakov saw Rachel, the daughter of Lavan, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Yaakov went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. And Yaakov kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. Now, in case you missed it, Yaakov was showing off while he honored his uncle. The question is, was Rachel impressed what he did for her? Just to be certain she didn't miss it, he kisses her as if to say, that was for you. And then he cried. Oh, that must have been the weirdest first meeting ever. You know, he flexed his muscles, showed that, you know, he could do stuff that no other man could probably do by himself. Then he kissed her and started crying. I don't know, that's weird to me. All right, verse 12. And Yaakov told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rivka's son, and she ran and told her father. Now, all that to say was, he was her father's nephew. Verses 13 and 14. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Yaakov, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, Surely you are my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. So I'm going to assume that a month was about 30 days in that time period as well. We don't know, but, you know, we're just going to assume that. Verse 15. And Laban said unto Yaakov, Because you are my brother, should you therefore serve me not? Tell me, what shall your wages be? They all seem to forget their relationship hierarchy. Unless, again, as brown-skinned males, they acknowledged each other as brothers. Afterward, it sounded like Laban is really wanting Yaakov to work for free, but he asked Yaakov what wage he would like. Now, I thought it was kind of funny the way Laban said that. He said, because you are my brother. It's like he's trying to butter him up. You know, we brothers, man. Come on, work for me, you know. But, you know, what will your wages be? You know, you don't need your wages, do you? You know, like he was trying to butter him up, call him his brother, knowing his nephew. Maybe they didn't have the word nephew at that time. I don't know. Verse 16. And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Actually, her name is pronounced Leah. I just wanted to check that real quick. So it's Leah and Rachel. Actually, it's not Rachel, it's Raquel. I forgot about that. It's Leah and Raquel. All right, now that's cleared up. Verse 17. Leah was tender-eyed, but Raquel was beautiful and well-favored. Leah must have been quite unattractive. Either she had funny eyes, or she was hard on the eyes. But Raquel, she was beautiful. You know, tender-eyed. I forgot what it said in King James. It said she was. Oh my goodness, what was that? She was weak-eyed. You know, tender-eyed, weak-eyed. Some was with eyes. Maybe she was cross-eyed. You know, I don't know. It was kind of a funny way of calling her not very attractive. All right, verse 18. And Yaakov loved Raquel, and said, I will serve you 7 years for Raquel, your younger daughter. I think this should rightly read that he adored Raquel. I think this was talking more of his feelings and not so much what he was doing for her. While he did love her in that That first verse where it said he moved the stone by himself and kissed her. In that way, he did lift her up, because he did something just for her. But nonetheless, it seems that in this verse, he's talking about his feelings, the things that, that he had these deep, warm feelings for her, these attractions, these lusts. Therefore, since the proper word for that expression of feelings is adore, that's why I say it properly should have read that he adored Rachel. All right, verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to you than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. So he wanted to give her to Yaakov. So he's saying, live with me. We'll work this out. You'll work and you'll get her. Verse 20. And Yaakov served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her, for the adoration he had to her. My line. Again, here it is shown that he felt strongly for her. She made him feel some kind of way. Put a flood in his heart. I can hear Michael Jackson right there. The way you make, I ain't gonna sing, but the way you make me feel. Kind of turn him on. Yeah. Verse 21. And Yaakov said unto Laban, give me my woman, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. He was ready. Sound like his father, didn't it? When Yaakov, when he saw Rivka coming, he saw that dust. He saw them camels, horses. I don't remember what that was. He said, oh my goodness, here she comes. And when he saw her, it wasn't even words. He just grabbed her, took her to his mother's tent, and it was on. Yaakov must have had his blood. He said, give me my woman. He didn't say, give me my wife. He said, give me my woman. There were no marriages back then. I just want to keep illustrating that. This verse says nothing about marriage, all right? He said, give me my woman. He wanted his woman. There are things that men and women do that he wanted to get done. Verses 22 and 23. And Laban, hold on a second. Let me just look at something. All right. Saying his name wrong as well. It's Lavan. All right. Verse 22 and 23. And Lavan gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Lavan was cunning. He used Yaakov's trust against him. First, he threw a dinner. Now, we know that when we eat, it has a somniferous effect. It makes us sleepy. So, Lavan, he served Yaakov a huge dinner, right? Made him sleepy, because his digestive system started working. That started drawing energy from his body, making him feel tired. After letting him eat and slow down some, he took the wrong daughter, Leah, and placed her in a room. Then Yaakov went in unto her. No, he didn't just set her out, in the public where everybody was. He put her someplace separate. More likely it was a dark room, someplace where he couldn't see her, because even though he was tired and possibly, a little sleepy, once he went in that room, I'm sure he got some energy. But he still wasn't thinking that he needed to identify whom it was that he was going into. All right? He knew what he was going into. He didn't know who. Oh, never mind. All right. Verse 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for a handmaid. Zilpah was like a present to Leah for finally having a man of her own. It was practically a sign that she was now taken. Old tender Leah had a man. With that, we're going to wrap this chapter up, and I hope you join me next time as we continue on with Redline. Until then, I'm your servant Yahuwah Soya, saying enjoy this good day.